Vintage, classic, or just plain old school. Whatever you call them, they're the campers that paved the way for everything you see today. In my last camper video, I took a look at some up-and-coming models. But for this one, we're going in the opposite direction. I'm Reacher, and here are 15 vintage and classic campers from the old school days.
Thank you for watching Mind's Eye Design.
Number 15.
It might seem a bit cliche to start this list with an Airstream, but the manufacturer has been a pioneer in the industry since the first factory opened in 1931. The Bubble was one of many models they've produced through the years, having a 4-year run that started in 1955. The 16-foot-long aluminum-clad trailer had everything needed for a leisurely trip, starting with the full-size bed in the rear. Moving forward brings you to a small dinette on one side having a sink and triple burner stove, while opposite that is a closet and heater. The front of the trailer houses an enclosed flush toilet to the immediate right of the entrance. Across from the entrance is the dinette with a small refrigerator directly beside it that doubles as extra counter space.
Number 14.
Vagabond started its humble beginnings as a buggy manufacturer before culminating into a maker of travel trailers and large mobile homes. Multiple models were made throughout the lifetime of the trailer, running 8 or 10 feet wide and ranging in length from 35 to 54 feet. There were several floor plans to choose from, offering 1 or 2 bedrooms. Each one had some form of living room and different bathroom configurations, along with the standard kitchen, which had a stove and oven, sink and refrigerator, and finished birch paneling throughout.
Number 13.
The images you see here are from restored trailers, staying true to the original design and offering a glimpse of the elegance that yesteryear had to offer. A large U-shaped dinette took up the front of the trailer, having a telescoping table that allowed for it to be used as an extra sleeping area. A centrally located closet and counter sit opposite a stainless steel kitchenette consisting of a triple burner cooktop, sink, and refrigerator. The main sleeper is a full-size bed in the rear, sitting in an east-to-west configuration. Although short-lived, the company managed to produce approximately 120 trailers in 2 different models over its lifetime, with a rumored 25 still in existence today.
Number 12.
This one started out in 1945 as Aljoa, but had to drop the letter A from the end due to Alcoa Aluminum feeling it was too close to their brand name. This, like many other trailers of the time, mimicked the Can-Ham design, which made it easier to construct as well as allowing for a more efficient layout of the interior. The company produced several models as well as switching to a more modern squared-off exterior in the mid-1960s. Each layout included a dinette/sleeper with a fold-down table, a small kitchenette with a stove, refrigerator, and sink, as well as the option of a bed in place of a second dinette. These period trailers are a popular choice among enthusiasts, hailing from the golden era of the 50s and 60s.
Number 11.
What began in 1946 as a short-lived teardrop trailer manufacturer reopened in 1948 with a broader range of trailers that fell into the canned ham category. By the late 50s, the company had moved toward a more standard squared-off design reminiscent of the changing times, including models a few years later that offered an upper-level sleeping space. Multiple layouts offered the standard features, having either a dinette with a folding table and/or a full-length couch. The kitchenette included a stove with an oven, sink, and refrigerator. Are you feeling nostalgic yet? If so, feel free to give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments which one of these are your favorite.
Number 10.
The Scotty was initially built as a 16-foot long trailer but had to be scaled back due to balance issues. This led to a redesign that became a 10-foot long teardrop. The next step in the evolution was a 13-foot and 15-foot travel trailer that included a sink, stove, refrigerator, and small dinette with room to sleep 4 people. Along the way, they even made a version that included all of the above amenities as well as a wet bath and an overhead bunk in the rear.
Number 9.
The Cardinal Trailer Company was established by Adams Manufacturing in 1951, starting a production run that ended in 1977. In that time, the company offered trailers from 13 feet to 16 feet long, as well as a 10-foot long truck camper. Standard inclusions were kitchenettes with a stove and/or oven, a sink, and an under-the-counter refrigerator. A full-size bed was at one end of the trailer, while the other end had a dinette with more gaudy-looking curtains than should be allowed by law.
Number 8.
The first Apaches were built in a garage in 1957 by Vesely Manufacturing. Fast forward to 1959, and they had become the world's largest producer of camping trailers. By 1963, the company offered 4 different models, with every year after that leading to upgrades of existing models or a new one added into the lineup. The standard pop-up utilized a telescopically raised roof with hard sides that lifted up and out to form the walls and areas for the beds. The smaller trailers included a kitchenette and dinette, while larger models offered a couch as well.
Number 7.
Due to the design of this one, it's commonly mistaken as a product of the Airstream Corporation. The Avion C10 first saw production in 1965, almost a decade after the company had been in the travel trailer business. It was the first of the truck bed models, with the larger C11 coming out a few years later. Each one was surprisingly spacious for a truck camper, having an enclosed wet bath directly to the right of the entrance. Moving forward, you'll find a kitchenette with a stove and oven, a refrigerator, and a sink. The cab-over provided space for a full-size bed, while the dinette, which offered the choice of either a side or center placement, could convert to an extra bed as well. Contrasting the shiny look of Airstream trailers, the Avion used an unpolished anodized aluminum for increased durability.
Number 6.
This one started out way back in the days of 1913 as a motorcycle sidecar manufacturer. Then they tried their hand at funeral cars and ambulances before settling on making coaches and buses. One of these was called the Starliner, and it had a good run of about a decade, starting in the late 50s. Not only were these used as transit and intercity coaches, but many musicians chose to use modified versions as their mode of travel. These custom models offered the standard amenities of modern-day motorhomes, including a full kitchenette and dinette, a bathroom with a stand-up shower, and a private bedroom in the back.
Number 5.
In 1958, industry pioneer Ray Frank built a unique motorized RV from the ground up, bringing to the industry the term motorhome as a new moniker over the house car. Created from an all-fiberglass body, it was available in 21 and 27-foot models. Each one offered a lounge area with a couch and dual recliners, a kitchenette having a double basin sink, microwave, and refrigerator, along with a 4-burner stove and oven, a large wet bath with an L-shaped counter, and a separate bedroom in the rear. Although it wasn't officially a Travco until 1967, it had been around under the Dodge motorhome name for almost a decade. Unfortunately, due to rising costs and competition, it was officially discontinued in 1979.
Number 4.
Say it with me one more time. Canned ham. The company started out in 1948 providing mobile home trailers to the armed forces. After World War II ended, they sold their products under the Cozy Cruiser brand before switching to Shasta in 1952. Offering models ranging from 14 feet to 35 feet, they were easily recognizable due to the distinctive wings that were added in the late 50s. By 1966, all of their trailers had switched to the more modern, squared-off design. Regardless of size, most of the trailers offered the same amenities, having a stove and oven, stainless steel sink, refrigerator, and microwave. A full-size bed was standard fare, as well as a dinette and/or bench seating. The company even produced a cabover-style model that offered a second full-size bunk bed above the other one.
Number 3.
Introduced in 1976, the GMC Birchhaven was a 23-foot-long motorhome that was the epitome of luxury and styling in its day. The exterior carried the same design as the other models, but the interior was where the party was at. A front dinette that converts to a twin bed sits directly across from the entrance. Two layouts were offered, one with a fully enclosed side wet bath and one having a rear dry bath with a step-in tub. Depending on the layout, the kitchenette was either directly to the left of the entrance or behind the opposite dinette. This also offered different sleeping accommodations, which could be a couch across from the kitchenette or a second dinette in the rear. All natural wood cabinets and shag carpet throughout accented everything with a range of exterior paint schemes that were color coordinated with the interior.
Number 2.
Like many before, Glider offered multiple models and layouts. Smaller models had the basic setup, while larger models had that and more in the form of a living room at one end with a full-size kitchen offering a 4-burner stove and oven, a twin-bowl sink, and a 6-cubic-foot refrigerator. Moving back brings you to an enclosed wet bath with a full-size bed opposite that. Taking up the rear of the trailer are further sleeping accommodations in the form of a set of bunk beds.
Number 1.
Manufactured by Eccles, a pioneer and leader in industry standards since they first started in 1919, the Caravan measures almost 16.5 feet long and 6.5 feet wide, having a dry weight around 3,800 pounds. A raised lantern roof provides added headroom while also providing extra ventilation via a series of hinged windows along the top. A bed at one end can extend from a 1 to a 2-person sleeper if needed, while the other end of the trailer has a sitting area that lays flat to serve as a second bed. In between is a full-length wardrobe on one side with a coal-burning stove and oven combo opposite that. No expense was spared, as you can see through the extensive use of hardwoods, decorative glass, nickel and chrome-plated hardware, and the steel exterior. So did any of these bring back memories? Feel free to let us know about your way back in the day camping stories in the comments and which of these you were taking the trip in. As a side note, finding verifiable information on vintage stuff is somewhat daunting, so if there's something on here that you think is incorrect, feel free to hit me up in the comments and let me know. If this gave you the camping bug, feel free to check out our other camper videos in our playlists. Once again, I'm Reacher, and we'll see you on the next one.